Bewley Legacy Properties PM. Here to talk to you today about squatters. Squatters are a royal pain to have to deal with. The difference between a squatter and a holdover tenant. The tenant, you already know who they are. You at some point probably signed a lease with them and they just won't leave. A squatter, you probably don't know who they are. They've either moved in while your property was vacant, or maybe your previous tenant moved them in and sublet it. You don't know who they are. So they're technically a squatter. They don't have a legal right to be there, except they do. The fact that they're there gives them the legal right to be there, to the point where you have to actually have them evicted, which means you do have to serve them a 3-day notice. If you don't know who they are, and there are ways you might be able to find out, go knock on the door, act like you're taking a survey and see if you can get some names. Something like that might work. But if you don't know who they are, you're going to have to get the court's permission to file a 3-day notice to John Doe et al. You always need to make sure the ETAL is on there. That means that person and anybody else who's there. Even if you know who the tenants are and you're evicting them, do the same thing. Because if somebody is there who's not listed and you don't have that at all, the sheriff will walk away. It doesn't work. So, very simple thing to deal with. Once you've posted that 3-day notice, go back. Day 1 doesn't count. So it's after the day you post it doesn't count. Then there's day 1, day 2, day 3. Then the next day, go back, take a look. You can't go in, but you can look through the windows, see if it looks like they've left. If so, you can move on. If not, then you have to file for an eviction with the court, which can take a week, 12 days, sometimes maybe longer, to go to court and get your property back. Most of the time, the squatters will not show up. You will have to serve the squatters, at least post a notice. You have to try and give personal service if at all possible. I suggest hiring a process server to do that because you can't do it yourself. It has to be a disinterested party. If you go to court and they show up, then you have to explain to the courts why you want them gone. They most likely won't show up, so you're going to win the case. That means that then you can notify the sheriff's office that you have an eviction. They will let you know when they're going to be there to facilitate this. The sheriff doesn't move or touch anything. They are there to keep the people who are living there and you from having any physical altercations and to make sure that you're not breaking their things. You have to have enough people, and the sheriff will tell you how many people that is. And you have to have a locksmith or a handyman ready to change the locks in the time that you're there with the sheriff, which is only 1 hour. You have to do a lot of things in that hour. Be prepared and get ready to get moving on it. My best recommendation as far as the eviction, use an eviction firm for that part of it. But in general, I would honestly say hire a property manager so you don't have to deal with it. That's part of what we do for you. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Hope to hear from you. If you have any questions, give us a call. 720-989-1996. Bewley Legacy Properties PM. Have a great day.